Massive delay there. Hello, online crew. I hope you found this video because the notifications didn't seem to work for some reason. But as always, I come live at the same time 3 times every week. And this is my first live video of the week. And I always share something, generally, unless there's something else that I'm doing, I share something to do with personal growth, personal development, something to help you be a better version of you, because it's actually you that's going to help you build a successful business. It's not all the fancy stuff. Everybody wants to know the latest reel strategy or TikTok or stories or, you know, all the social media stuff. But at the end of the day, it's you, and it's your mindset that's actually going to make you, you know, the best business owner that you could have. If you're going to grow into becoming a 6-7 figure earner and have an amazing business, then it all comes down to what's going on up here. Just trust me on that one. So my first video of the week, I'm always talking about something, you know, that's going on up here, because a lot of people get stuck in this industry. They get overwhelmed by the content creation process. If you are stuck and overwhelmed, it doesn't help your business. The downfall with feeling stuck and overwhelmed is that you stop in your tracks. It just keeps you like at a standstill and you just don't know what to do. And then a lot of people bow out of the industry, unfortunately. Like, it can get that bad for people. So if you're feeling a little bit negative about, you know, your business or social media, you feel a little bit overwhelmed about social media or you know, your business, and you're spiraling in the wrong direction, like you're having a difficult time pulling yourself out of that, then listen up, because I've got a few tips for you. So it's really important to recognize when you are on a bit of a downward spiral. It's easy to do when we don't feel confident. And there's a lot of things not to feel confident about on social media. You know, showing your face, sharing your story, imposter syndrome, results. Some people think, well, who's going to listen to me? I haven't recruited anybody online, so why would anyone join me? Or, you know, I haven't had a huge transformational story with my products, so I don't feel confident in talking about it. Or, you know, you're worried about who's watching you, you know, on your social media content. So you worry way too much what other people think, and that stops you. Like, there's all that kind of negative stuff that pops up. If you can relate, put the word relate in the comments. I know there's some of you out there that can relate, or probably many of you that can relate to what I'm saying here. So if you're joining me live, please say hello. Let me know that you are watching. We got Debbie here today. Hello, Deb. Hello, Mel. Hello, Jane. Thoughts for Queenslanders? Absolutely. So I'm obviously from Australia. Anybody that's been affected by the cyclone, you know, in the last few days, absolutely feeling for you. There's been a lot of rain, a lot of wind, a lot of people that are without power. Last I heard, I think it was over, was it 200 or 300,000 people without power, which is pretty huge. So absolutely feeling for those that have been affected by that in Australia for sure. So Jane can relate to that. Only Jane. No one else can relate to that. Oh, Veronica can relate to that. Thanks, Veronica. So if you're new to me here, obviously it's Helen Martin. I help social sellers and those that are building online in network marketing, multi-level marketing, social selling, digital marketing, use modern social media strategies to build their business online. We do that largely with, you know, systems and automation can be very helpful, but doing it in a way where you're a human before a marketer. So always, always, always strive to be the human before a marketer. Some of you are being too much of a seller instead of a smart marketer, or being a human first. The thing with social media is the know, like, and trust factor in our industry. In other industries, you can sell on social media, not a problem. In our industry, we are in a relationship business, and people need to know, like, and trust us before they're going to buy from us. And there's a lot of repetition in that you need to have for people to get to know, like, and trust you. Repetition in your content, but coming from a place of value and coming from a place of, you know, how can I help somebody today? Not how can I get somebody to buy from me today, or how can I get somebody to join my team from me today? So there's so much to learn and know around that. But my motto is 2 things. one, be a human before a marketer, and two, if you're not having fun while you're building this business, you're doing it wrong. So you got to learn to have fun while you're building on social media as well. But let's get back to sort of topic regarding, overwhelmed and spiraling in the wrong direction. So when it becomes to like negativity, you can feel negativity from outside sources and obviously inside sources. So outside sources can cause you to feel negative about your business. So that might be people telling you certain things about your business. It could even be a partner or people within your own family that don't support you in this industry. Maybe they tried something like this, themselves and it didn't work. And so they've got a negative view of it. Or they knew somebody that was in the industry, and there's a lot of people that don't support the industry, and maybe you're subject to that. Maybe you do have a partner that doesn't actually support you in your business. So there's lots of reasons that negativity could be projected on you. I spoke about this recently, but it is really important to, as human beings in this industry, to let that bounce off, because if somebody's negative about you in this business, it's got nothing to do with you or your ability or your goals or your passion around what you do. It's to do with that person's world, their perception, their life, their views, and they're projecting that on you. It's actually got nothing to do with you when somebody's really negative about this industry and you being in it. So please just remember, when it comes to you feeling negative because somebody's made you kind of feel negative because of their views, it's really got nothing to do with you. And just let your dreams be bigger than your fears. Let your dreams and your wants and your desires for more money, creating a legacy for your family, make sure that's more important than letting the views of other people sink in too much in here and put you off building in this industry. Like, sometimes we just need to remind yourself, no, I know who I am, what I'm doing, what I'm striving for. I want more money in my bank account. No one's going to do that for me. So just, knowing what you want and just, blocking out the noise. So when it becomes to negativity, you have to put blocks up and just, realize that you've got to protect your energy against other people, and other people's views, because it's got nothing to do with you. So that's, if you're negative because of other people, you've got to realize, all of those things and put it into perspective and really protect your energy regarding bad vibes from other people. The other side of negativity is your negativity around yourself, or your lack of self-belief, or lack of the industry, or lack of just belief that you can sort of build in this business. So if that's where you're coming from, then you've really got to realize that negativity does not serve you. If anything, it's just going to keep you stuck. It's going to keep you in a pattern of negative thoughts. You're going to self-sabotage any kind of success that you have had, and it could result in you bowing out of the industry. So your own negative thoughts are something that you must pay attention to. The reason why I talk about this quite often is we can't fix anything that we don't actually acknowledge. So by me talking about this to people in the industry, it helps you acknowledge it, because you see it when you hear it. If you never kind of get told that or listen to people talking about it, you don't even sometimes know why you do some of the things that you do, say the things that you do, or act the way that you do. I just had a call with one of my VIP students. Oh, by the way, my program is open at the moment for a 1st of April intake for the next 6 months. I only open up my VIP program twice a year. And it's open now for expressions of interest, because it's not a good fit for some people, but really high level, accountability and support and mentorship and guidance and training. And I only work with a small group. I only work with 10 people. So if that's something that you would like to learn more about, put the word VIP in the comments so I can get you the information. And if you are interested, let me know sooner rather than later, because first in, best dressed. So some of you need that kind of mentorship to guide you. So back to what I was saying before, though, like what I was saying to this student, what was I saying to that person? Oh, they kept telling me something that they do. Well, this person knows who they are, but you don't know who this person is. So this person kept saying to me, I'm a slow learner. And I've heard this over and over and over again from this person. I'm a slow learner. And some of you will probably believe that for yourselves. I'm a slow learner. When we tell our things, like you've all got your things that you tell yourself. Some of you will tell yourself that you're not good enough, or you're not confident enough, or you're not good looking enough to go on camera, or you've got to have perfect content. Like there's certain things that you tell yourself that stop you doing from what you know you need to do on social media. So when you keep telling yourself those things, that actually reinforces what it is. So I had to call this person out on it and say, you need to stop saying that, because while you keep telling yourself you're a slow learner, you'll always be a slow learner. And even if you speed it up, you'll self-sabotage yourself. Any kind of speeding up that you have, you'll self-sabotage yourself and then become a slow learner again, because that's what you keep telling yourself. So every single one of you has things that you say to yourself that doesn't serve you. But unless you're actually listening to what you tell yourself, you can never fix it, because we're actually run by our subconscious. So you do the things that you do, and sometimes you don't understand why you do the things you do. It's like, have you ever driven from A to B, and it's a drive that you do every day? Maybe you drive the kids to school, or you go to the supermarket often, or whatever, and you get there and it's like, how did I even get here? I wasn't even thinking about where I was going. It's because it's already ingrained in you. It's in your subconscious. You've done it many, many times again, and many, many times before. So when you say things over and over and over again, that will actually be your reality. So what the hell are you telling yourself? Are you telling yourself, I can do this? I'm going to build an amazing business. I don't care if nobody in my family has ever made a lot of money in the past. I can do this. I can break the mold in my family. I can recruit online. I can attract amazing people because I'm an amazing person myself. Like, what are you telling yourself? I bet it's not that, but it should be. So when there's negativity coming from within and you feel like you're spiraling and you're not confident about the industry, you need to listen to the words that are happening in your own head, because most people don't. And they end up stuck and they're on this spiral and they let themselves stay there. But by me talking about it, like, do you see where I'm coming from? When I talk about it and you think about it, it's like, oh, okay, I should probably listen to my own thoughts in my own head and turn that around. Because until you turn it around, you're never going to build the business that you want to build, because you're run by your subconscious. And if your subconscious is kind of a lot of negative thoughts about you, your belief about in this industry, your belief in yourself to recruit people, your belief in yourself to get customers, if you sway towards the negative more than the positive, you'll never really be that successful in this industry, because your thoughts always lead you to what you're not good at, instead of telling yourself that you can do it and you will do it. Do you see where I'm coming from? So it is actually that powerful. And there are people in my community here that won't listen to these kind of videos because they just want the TikTok strategy and they want the real strategy, and whenever I talk about the latest thing, everybody wants to know about that, but they're not thinking about how they're even talking to themselves. I don't care how many strategies you learn on social media and the latest thing to jump on, and which I talk about as well. I talked about just last week, the real strategy. Jump on it when anything's new. There's a new feature, jump on it because you'll get more reach generally, those kind of things. I talk about that, encourage you to do those things. But this video is more important than those videos, because if you're not saying to yourself that you're amazing and you can do this and, you've got a positive mindset, none of all the skills that you can learn on social media matter. They just don't. Okay, so again, the reason why I talk about it is to raise your level of awareness, because you can't fix anything that you're not aware of. So if you know you have that negative thought in your head and it's telling you things about lack of belief, I don't know if I want this, I don't know if I can do this, I don't really know if I want to do this, all those kind of things. But ultimately you do want the success of residual income, because there's no smarter income on the planet than residual income. For your family, your kids or your grandkids, then you need to change the way that you think. Okay, that your mindset is so important. Basically, snap out of it and get back into a positive mindset as quick as you possibly can. So if you know you're negative and you're spiraling and you're having negative thoughts about you in this industry, whether you can make it, whether you can attract people, whether you can put the right content out there, whether you've got the time, whether you've got the money, all those kind of things that run through your head. Snap out of it. You can do it. You've just got to be in the right frame of mind to do it. But when you repeat to yourself over and over again and you're positive with those kind of things, guess what happens? You will see things, you will hear things, you'll come across a live video at the right time, you'll come across an email at the right time, you'll just hear something that you need to hear and things will start to fall into place. Okay? I hope you just really grasp the how big this is. And it's unfortunate that a lot of people don't really listen to this kind of stuff, but the way that you think, the way that you back yourself, your belief, it's everything with success in this industry, more so than, all the skills. But here's something to, I guess, do if you know that you're being negative and you're spiraling and you're just not in a good place about the industry. Here's what you need to do to sort of turn that around. One, you got a level of awareness. We've already talked about that. Two, you kind of need to take a step back. You need to take a step back and breathe and think. Most people don't. They just stay in the busyness of their life and their day and their weeks and their months, and just life takes over, and they don't really kind of stop and think. Like, you need to stop and pause, and you need to make time to think. Think about what you're doing, why you're doing it, what's important to you, what your values are, whether, your business aligns with that, like all those kind of things. You need to stop and think. Okay. You also need to put pen to paper. Why that is so critically important is because when everything is rolling around up here, it's just up here, you will stay in overwhelm. You think, you overthink. Now you're having sleepless nights and you're second guessing things, and then you stop putting content out because you're overthinking everything, and you just the days turn into weeks, turn into months, turn into years. So you've got to get pen to paper to get what's going on up here into some logical thoughts onto paper, even if it doesn't make any sense to start with. But you've just got to get things out of here and onto paper to start getting some sense, making sense, getting some clarity around things, and finding a focus in your direction. So stopping and thinking, pausing, writing it down, journaling, and go and have some fun. If you're really bad, like you're really stuck, you're quite negative, you're not doing what you need to do, you're not proactively going out and having conversations, you're not really creating much content, and then you're wondering why your business isn't growing, you need to get yourself back in a good frame of mind. So you need to do something positive for you. For some people, that'll be a walk. Some people will be music. Some people will be, I love going to the gym, to a Zumba class. I just feel amazing afterwards. Speaking to all my friends at the gym, some good music, wiggling around a little bit, dancing, whatever. I just feel amazing when I come out of that class. It makes me feel good. Sometimes I don't have time to go, but I make myself go because I know it's going to make me feel better. And when I feel better, I see things clearer. You can't see things clearly when you're in fight or flight and overwhelm and negative. You just can't. So I'll say that again. You can't find your right focus, your right direction, the answers, and the energy to do what you need to do when you're in your fight or flight from being negative and overwhelmed. So you have to take that break. You have to step away. You have to write things down. You have to go and do some fun things, and you have to kind of just give yourself a bit of a breather to stop and think before, the fog will clear. And it's really important you do that. And I do this all the time. All the time. I have so many things going on. I have multiple Facebook groups. I'm on multiple platforms. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Instagram. I'm on TikTok. I've got my Facebook groups. I've got what I do here for free. I've got my coaching community. I do training in every week. I've got my VIP mentorship program where I work with students closely, for 6 months. I've got 14 streams of income. I'm a mum. I'm a wife. I teach at the gym. I still do consulting, accounting work. Like, I'm a busy person. And I get overwhelmed quite often. And I know exactly what I need to do. I need to stop. I need to breathe. I need to think. I need to give myself space. I need to write things down. I need to prioritize. And I need to make myself feel better, first and foremost. And then the fog clears, the direction comes, the clarity comes. But you can't find any clarity or any positivity when you're in overwhelm, feeling negative, and because you're in fight or flight. So I hope this helps at least somebody, watching that is feeling very negative about the industry or about their business, or like to help you just stop and think, put pen to paper, get some clarity around what it is that you actually want. And you need the right skills training. Like you need to learn, if you want to grow on TikTok, you need to grow on TikTok. And I'm talking about TikTok later in the week, actually. Like my TikTok's blowing up again. 60,000 views on a video I did a few days ago. And I've only started my TikTok strategy like 2 weeks ago. And so much has happened in 2 weeks. So stay tuned later in this week. I'm going to talk about that because there's some really valid points as to why my TikTok is taking off again. And I'm also traveling. I'm actually flying out of my state this afternoon to go to a meeting interstate. So my next live video will be from a completely different state. So stay tuned for that. But at the end of the week, I'll be back in this chair talking about TikTok and my journey over there. Okay, so there's some good value coming to you this week. Okay, but have a think about everything that I've shared in this video. Your biggest asset in this industry of social selling and network marketing and MLM, etc., is actually you. It's not the company. It's not your product. I don't care how wonderful you think your products are. I don't care how wonderful you think your comp plan is. The owners of the company or your uplines or whatever, I've got all that too. But none of that is actually going to make me build an amazing business. It's me that's going to build the amazing business. Because I need to show up online. I need to have conversations. I need to prospect people. I need to get in my stories. I need to do live videos. I need to build value. I need to back myself, even when things aren't going right. Even when business is sliding backwards, I still need to show up. It's all me. It's all you. So you've got to give yourself the best opportunity. Your biggest asset is you. So it starts with what's going on up here. So if you're negative and you're spiraling and you're avoiding what you need to do, like the worst thing you could do, and I see this even with my team, people aren't doing anything, so then they stop turning up on the team calls and they stop following along with what's going on. And then they might even stop their order and whatever, and they just switch everything off and slowly disappear. Like, how is anyone ever going to be successful by doing that? The worst thing that you could do if you're in a little bit of a negative spiral is stop showing up to the things that your team provides for you, because that's what gets you reinvigorated again. That's what gets you motivated again. That's what gives you an idea. It might be just that little golden nugget that you need to hear that gets you going again. So, but negativity will usually result in you shying away and backing away from the things that you actually know you need to do. So wake up, smell the roses, get out of it, take self-responsibility. Don't blame it on anyone else but you. It's all you. This industry is all you. I mean, yeah, you need a good combination of products and comp plan and leaders and systems and duplication, and you may or may not have that in your company. But so that I'm not saying that's not important. It is important, but what's more important is how you show up every day. And if you want to attract leaders, like you want to recruit some pretty cool people that are going to show up and do the work and be active and prospect people and put out social media content and do all the things, if that's who you want to attract to your business, let me ask you, are you doing those things yourself? And if you're not doing those things yourself, if you're not showing up yourself, don't expect to recruit people that you want to do that in your team. You've got to lead yourself before you can lead a team. So sometimes we need to look in the mirror. And the best thing that you can learn to do, and this is what I've done over the years, is I just learned to pivot quicker. So it doesn't mean I don't fall off the wagon. It doesn't mean I don't get negative. It doesn't mean I don't think of leaving the industry. It doesn't mean I don't think about stop being online. It doesn't mean any of that. I still have my doubts. Every leader does. Don't ever think that a successful leader doesn't have those thoughts, because they do. But I just don't stay there. because I learned to pivot really quickly. So I still go there. I still have negative moments. I still have my doubts, but I just don't stay there because I've learned to recognize it and how to deal with it. So that's what we all need to learn to do. You're never not going to get hit by life. Life is always going to hit you, but don't let it push you down and you stay down. You bounce back up as quickly as you possibly can. And that's the skill that you need to learn. Okay. All right. Debbie, I needed this belief. I have my first makeup classes this Saturday. I can do that. Of course you can do it, Debbie. Of course you can. Value plus today as usual. You're welcome, Debbie. I'm glad you're here listening to this because some people don't even listen to these videos. They just want the social media stuff, yet this stuff is more important, really, at the end of the day. Just open TikTok, no idea what to do on it. So have a listen to my video at the end of the week, Debbie, and thanks for your safe travels because, I've gone back to doing on TikTok what I know worked a couple of years ago and the exact same thing has happened again. Like, I'm in so many conversations. Like, it's a really cool platform. But a conversation for another video, okay? So I hope this is helpful. Remember, any of you that need more accountability, mentorship, direction, you need a loving kick up the bum from somebody like myself to, deal with things like I'm talking about here, as well as all the skills that you need to learn, as well as all the platforms that you need to be on. Join my VIP mentorship program. But it starts on 1st of April, but you need to let me know ASAP. I only take 10, first in, first serve. But it's a brilliant program, and I'm sure you get a lot out of it if you're willing to invest in yourself. Best investment you could ever make is in yourself. Okay? I will see you on my next video, but that will be from somewhere. I don't know whether it's going to be my hotel room or an airport or depending what time it is over there. I'll work it out. I'll see you on my next live. Bye.